All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Phyrexia All Will Be One limited review. Today, we're going to review all the cards from a limited perspective, starting with the color white. The grading is from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. We're gonna rate them as well in terms of raw power level and their potential, meaning that if a card doesn't do anything on its own, but it could do other things with other cards in a specific deck, I would say it has the potential to be a very good card. Just a quick example. Quick example in the last set, Meticulous Excavation was a pretty poor card. This one. But in certain cases, it was extremely good. So I would say raw power level maybe a 3, and potential 8 or 9 because it can take over games. That's how I would rate the cards. This is my first look at the set, so I'm very likely to be wrong about a lot of cards and about the synergies between all of them. So let's get started. The color, chat, maybe give a color to the columns behind, more readable. Okay, so I'm gonna, these ones, is that what you want me to do? No. Behind you and chat, I see. Okay. D'accord. It's a good idea. Here we go. That's better. All right, let's go. So we're gonna do by alphabetical order, and we start with this card. Here we go. This card. Against all odds. 4 mana sorcery. Exactly. That's the card. That's good. That's good. I like it. I like it. Now I have to sing it. How does it go? Yeah, we can do that afterwards. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Exile target artifact or creature you control. So 4 mana sorcery blink. An artifact or creature card with an value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, that seems not great. Choose one or both. So depending on how many ETBs you have, that seems hard to value. I would say the raw power level, like it could do a lot. It could do a lot, but honestly, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, so I would say maybe 4 or 5. Maybe 5. Potential, I guess it has potential to be much better. To be a 7. Depending on the number of ETBs. I would probably raw power level, probably a 4 actually. Like in aggro, you probably won't play it. In aggro, you probably won't play it. Let's see if we can do something like that instead. Yeah, that seems better. In aggro, you won't play it. Yeah, probably even like 3. Potential probably 6. Probably 3.5. Combos with another card? We'll see that. That's where the potential comes in. Probably not more. We're not gonna spend like 20 minutes on every card. Yeah, maybe the chat. We move the chat around, I guess. Okay, let's do something like that. That seems better. Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Max 18 minutes per card. Okay. Look at this. Oh, and now, oh, you have my face, obviously. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, perfect. We finally found the right one. In the middle. No, here is fine. I think it's fine here. Annex Sentry, 1/4 for 3, Toxic 1. When Annex Sentry enters the battlefield, like that target creature or artifact and opponent controls that meant 3 or less leaves the battlefield. Target creature. Okay, well, this one is, oops, probably a very good card. So probably a 7. And potential is probably 7 as well. Is it better than 7? Maybe 7.1? It's 1/4 for 3 mana, Toxic 1. I would... Well, B6, yeah. 7 seems okay. We'll go over them again just to see... if we got it wrong. Maybe we have a power level wrong. Apostle of Invasion. 4/4 flying for 6. Corrupted. As long as the opponent has 3 or more poison counters. As double strike. Ooh. Yeah, that seems like a 7.5. Is it better than 7.5? It's 6 mana. Yeah, 4/4 flying for 6. That used to be the nuts. Now it's just average plus plus plus. What is a lot about poison? It doesn't have toxic, so it's not self-sufficient. I'd say it's a 7 as well. I don't know if I would pick that one over the 1/4. Yeah, about 7. I guess 8 if you play a lot of poison. We're not gonna do that. I would say 7 because it's still pretty good as it's 4/4 flying. 8 if you have a lot of good poison. I guess it's mostly this is mostly about reading the cards. Basilica Shepherd, 5 mana, 3/3 flying. Well, unless you're not playing Corruption. Like, I don't know how the games are going to be played out. Maybe it's going to be hard to poison your opponent. And there's going to be a lot of trades. The battlefield with Chukalus might okay with Toxic. Oof. For example, I think this card is better. I think this card is better than the previous one. It's a common. 3/3 flying for 5 common. That's good stats. Making 2 creatures that can give poison counters. Is it better than the other one? A few 1/1 on turn 5 or 6. It's still 5/5 flying. I think it's about on par with the other one. I think it's about the same. Nah, maybe it's a little worse because it has less potential, but the roll power level is probably the same. I don't know how easily you can infect your opponent. So 2 just attack for the to give 1 or 2 poison counters. That could be good. Any objections to 7 on this? No? Alright, let's move on. Bladed Ambassador. Blade Ambassador enters the battlefield with a null cannon on it. You have a null cannon from Blade Ambassador. A bit too high. We'll reevaluate if they're not if it's too high. We will null counter from Blade Ambassador. Blade Ambassador indestructible with only one. I think it's okay. I think it's probably will be on forever. It's probably what, 6, 5 or 6. Yeah, it's not great. Ah, this is not Hollow Blade. It's only one time. Is this filler? Probably 5.5. It's playable. Maybe it's just a little better than a 3-1 for 2. 5 to 8. Yeah, 5. I think 5.5 is fine. You play it. It's filler, and it's not unplayable. It's probably filler, but better than the random filler. Probably just 5 or 6. Yeah. Maybe 5.5 and 6. Yep. I think that's fair. Charge of the meat. Of the mites. Charge of the mites. Deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target your planeswalker. Okay. Create 2 mites. So I guess this is probably... It's probably same. It's probably 5.5 and it's probably like good in go white deck. I think that should be that's fine. Maybe a 5. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of the last picks. This is the card that I love. I think, yeah, 5.5 is probably fine. Took enablers. Crawling Chorus, 1/1 for 1 toxic 1. It dies, might. Okay, so that's... Ish. This is probably gonna be one of these fillers. Sorry. That's gonna be only good. No, c'est celui-là. Il est où? Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I missed this one. That creature you control get +2/+2, and then after your toxic joy card. Okay, this same thing. Like, this is either very good or very bad. +2/+2 for 2. That's fine, and that could go obviously much better if you're playing toxic. So I would say it's either 4 or 7, or 4 or 6.5. Yeah, I'm pointing the obvious here, but this can be very good combat trick. Is that fantastic? Yeah, I think like most of the time it's not gonna be great, and when you really want them, it's probably gonna be a 6. You probably don't want so many. Like, you're gonna play what, 2? It's a good one. It's a good one. I would say 4 to 6. You don't want to play them. You don't really want to play it. But if you have toxic dudes, then it's probably better. I might be wrong on this one. Oh. How about this guy? This one is probably a 4 as well, and maybe a 5 in dedicated deck. Maybe 5.5 in dedicated. Toxic. Like, this doesn't do that much if you don't play Toxic. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah. This can snowball. Yeah, I kind of agree. If your deck depends how many payoffs. Yeah, probably an actual 3. If you don't have, well, the 1/1 cannot block, so it's probably not great. Yeah, 3 is. Duelist of Deep Faith. 2/2 Toxic. First strike. Yeah, this is a solid card. This is solid. I would say it's a 6. 6 and 6. It's solid. It's no, I guess. I wouldn't say like it's kind of like the phalanx blah blah blah, the 2/2 vigilance in the other sets. And this one's not better than aggro. This one is fine. To block, first strike, combat trick. 6 is okay. Yeah, it's 2 mana. I think it's fine. I think 6 is legit. 4/7 if you penetrate the battlefield. Initial timer, enter battlefield on codes. 5 mana, 4/7. How good is this one? I would say it's in. Is it 8? Yeah. 9. It's filler slash played. I guess filler and played is about. It's not the same thing. Like 6, you play it because but you're not like you don't want to have 20 of them. I think it is fine. Why do the grading scales overlap? Let's say 5.9 is filler and 6.1 is played. Yeah. I think 8 and 9 is fine. 8 because the body is great, and 9 if we have something to actually trigger it. Are we happy with that? Yeah, do you mind the overlaps and playable? Like, I don't think it's that complicated. Maybe it is confusing. I'm sorry, but I think you get the idea. Yeah, I mean it's 8 and 9. I know it's good because it's mythic. Like, would you take a flyer over this? Probably not. I don't think you take anything over this because 4/9 for 5 is still good. 4/7 vigilance is still very good. I think this is the actual best card. Planeswalker, 6 mana, 5 loyalty. No more than one creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. Exile up to 1 creature, return again in the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of that next step. Okay. Create a 2/2 summon double strike for 0. Okay. For each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all the creatures. Wow. So it's what is it? It's what's the name of that card in white? Not catastrophe. Catastrophe, and then you choose the card they keep. That was in the Weatherlight? No. The Stronghold. Exodus. Like 2 white and 2. You keep 1 land, 1 creature, 1 artifact, and sack the rest. Yeah, I don't see this card. Like, it's only a rare, so it's completely insane. Yeah, this card. I think this card is one of the best rares we've seen in a long time. Yeah, how do you deal with this? It should have cost at least 1 more. Yeah. Yeah, this card. I think this card is a little too good. Jeez, too good. Jeez, Rick, too good. Flancing Raptor. I mean, there's not much else to say about that card. The card is completely broken. 2/2 flying toxic 1. Says the battlefield, another target creature you control get with toxic it +1 against flying until end of turn. Yeah, I think that's a good card. It's probably a 6. I mean, it's good and you're gonna play it. It's fine. It's a common 6.5. Do we like it that much? It's 3 mana. 3 mana yeah, toxic. I don't know. I think 6 is fine. We'll see if it, like, this is still 3 mana. It's gonna probably compete with others. You put 6.5? Maybe we get 6.5. Sure. That's getting to 3. Okay, then 6.5. Do we get it to 7? Is it 7 potential? Is it on par with the other angels? 6.5 is fine, I think. The 4/4, yeah. I mean, that's the enabler. Without, if you don't have the big ones, this doesn't do anything. Well, it does something, but I could see it being good. 6.5, I think 6.5 is just on its own. Do we give it a 7? Do we give this guy a 7? Alright, fine. We can give it a 7. Fine. Fine. Let's give that guy a 7. Alright, an elephant. 3 mana artifact equipment, 4 Meriden comes into play with a 2/2 that it equips. Equipped creature get +1 +0 +1. Equip 3. Equip 2. It's probably one of these fillers. That's 2/3 for 3. Probably a 3. Unplayable unless desperate. I think that's fair. You don't want that. It's pretty crappy. It's too expensive. The pump is not big enough. Yeah, maybe 2.5, even better. Yeah. You're never gonna pay that. You never pay the equip cost anyway. This is pretty generous. So far, we're pretty generous with some of these cards. 4 mana, flying. Same thing with flying. Creature you control that are equipped to get +1 +0. If it were 3 mana 3/3, that would be a lot better indeed, but that's not the case. So it's a 4 mana 3/2 flying, equip 3. I think it's fine. Like 4 mana 3/2 flying is not fantastic. Yeah, 3 mana to equip is high. This is bomb and limited. I don't think it's a bomb and limited. I think it's okay. So you might. The thing, it doesn't have toxic. Might being 2-power flyers. I don't think it matters that much. Applies even if this one is not equipped. Oh, creatures you control that are equipped get +1/+0. I see. It's a little better than I thought. But still not much better, but that's the equipment payoff. Yeah, I wouldn't be too excited about it. Boris equipment is an archetype. Oh, how, like 5 would give this one? I wouldn't give it more. I don't think this is better than 5. This is much better. Maybe 5.5. And 6 with payoffs. Five and 7. Yeah, 5 and 7 could be fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I want this card in a lot of the toxic decks. It's gonna be okay, but not great. Had these as very seeked cards. Which one? Tell me. Tell me which card was a very seeked 3/2 flying. I don't think Snapping Drake was very seeked. I don't think seeked is a word either. Maybe sought maybe. Sucht. Six pick? In which format? Soaked. A soaked creature. I think 5 and 7 is fair. Okay, Glider. 1/3 for 2. Not sure there's a lot of flying reach creatures in the set. We'll see that. We'll see. Corrupted. That was a different form. M10 was so weak. All these, like, Snapping Drake was fine in formats where there was nothing to beat them. Or like this, sniping is kind of slow. Whenever a Scissor Glider attacks, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Not too exciting. I guess it's fine. Go white decks. This is probably gonna be fine along with Chart of the Mites. So this is the kind of card. Yeah. It's a 1/3 flying. It doesn't give poison, so maybe 5 and 5. 5 is a lot, I think. 5 and 7. No, maybe 5 and 6.5. Better in go wide. Toxic decks. How do you feel about this? Like 5 on its own, it's pretty crappy. So yeah, I could also see this card doing absolute nothing. So do 5 and 7. Then yeah. Like raw power level is not better than 5. I don't give that. Nah, 2 for 1/3 is not good. Come on. 2/1/3 flying for 2. It's okay. It's okay plus, but yes, 5. Yeah, okay. That seems okay. That seems fair. Indoctrination Attendant. Why do all these cards look like Elish Norn? Let's do 7.5. 4 mana, 3/4, Toxic 1. When Indoctrination Attendant enters the battlefield, you may return another permanent you control to another's hand. If you do, you make a mite. C'est un peu pourri ça. That's 4 mana, that's a lot. Five and five, like it's probably less than filler. Probably 5. Just filler. Not less, maybe less. Like the C minus, so 5. Que tu contrôles, ouais. You control. C'est pas terrible, quoi. Let's say 5.5, a good sideboard option. Let's do that. The Ancient Prison? Yeah, that's... Alright, Infested Flesh Cutter. Equipped creature get +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create a might. That's it. And it's not attacking. So it's 5 mana before it does anything. That's 4. Like 5 mana to do one thing, that's just so much mana. I guess it's even worse than 4. That seems kind of weak. Yeah. Jawbone Duelist. Yeah, still costs 5 to first do something. +2 to do it. Maybe it plays better than I thought. Toxic 1 double strike. Okay. This one is solid. Yeah, this one is solid. I would say, yeah, probably 7 and 8. Like in a... Yeah, we do agree on that. No, I know. But like, a double strike with equip, double strike with a pump spell, it's still double strike with a pump spell. Yeah, I kind of like this card. Man, Infect double strike. Remember these guys, huh? Yeah, I like this card. I guess if you don't have any payoffs, this is not too... Well, if it hits twice, yes. Yeah, I think it's decent. I think it's good. It's better than played. If you don't have payoffs. Alright, Shkimba. Cat entering. Whenever Kimba, cat entering, or another cat on the battlefield under your control, attach up to 1 equipment. Equipped creature you control get +1/+1. You get a 2/2 white creature, white cat creature token. I guess it would be same thing, 7, 8. Six, I mean, there are a lot of equipments, and making cats for 5 mana, it's, if you don't kill it, you die. It's a good card. It's a good card. Yeah, maybe 7.5. It's 2/2/4/2, so not ridiculous. But it's on a 2/2 body. It's not an equipment that you have to do something with. It's still 2/2/4/2. Comes to play, does something if you have equipments. If you don't have equipment, still fine. If you have equipment, it's much better. I think there are 1 or 2 more. I think there's 1 more cat. This is like, there's another card like this in the previous set, right? I think there's something exactly like that. I think it's okay. It's good. But that's the other cat. From Amon Cat. Oh, that was the Sovereign. That's a little different. 3/2 for 3. Ward 2, as long as it is equipped, it gets +1/+1. Ça, c'est un peu pourrave. Yeah, that's just a filler, I think. Probably a bad filler. Probably a 4. You don't want this guy. Unless there are a lot of equipments, but like 3 mana, you need to equip it. 4 and 5, you have like 1 or 2 equipments. These guys were good when I had evasion. Back in, what, the first Mirrodin? The 2/2. Yeah, maybe they're just like. Alright, next one. Yeah, the other one makes cats. Kemba makes cats. Lifelink 2/1. Whenever another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, when it gets +1/+1. Okay, this one is probably just bad. Two 1, so you need to. It just gives you 3 life and dies. Trades for some crap and dies. 4/4. Story Seeker was okay. Maybe with good equips. Story Seeker was good because of the. Yes, you want to equip something onto this to race. Yeah, after this, I think we're gonna get to the artifacts just to make sure we have this right. But even then, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be that good. The Story Seeker was 2/2, and that makes a huge difference for these creatures. Having to play an artifact is maybe with the mites, like it gets +1 per mite. I don't know. This seems a little underwhelming. Maybe I'm having it wrong, so make it 2/4/4. A bunch of 1/3s. Yeah, that makes it even worse. 5 mana, 4/3 vigilance. That's pretty crap. It's too expensive. Probably. Is it even worse? 4/3 for 5. Probably 2. This is just a bad card. Mondrak. This is better than +0/+1. I don't think so. Is it better than +2/+1? At least it's something. At least you have 4/3. I don't think it's better. Oh, I guess we did equip 4. And how much do we rate that one? 2.5. I think they're both just bad. Maybe that's worse. Because 5 mana is the end of the world. Okay, let's make it 2.5. Mondrak. Put 2 other. 4/4/4. I would say 7 and 8. Probably better than 7. Let's have 2 other artifacts or creature. Probably 7.5, or maybe just 8, because it's just 8. And 8.5 if you have a lot of. Yeah, I don't know if is it really that insane? Sack payoff? I mean, do we have sack outlets? We don't really have sack outlets. I mean, that's a good one, but is it better than everything we've seen so far? We have might tokens, but it just doubles the might tokens. But do we want might? I think this is fine. This is not insanely good. This is better than a lot of the stuff we've seen, but it's not game breaking or anything. I don't. It could be game breaking, but I think it's okay. 8.5. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an icon on an arm. Doubles the for the meridian of. Oh, that's right. That's good point. Twice as many tokens, so we get every time we play. Yeah, I guess not only the mites. It does get the rebel tokens. It does double the rebel tokens. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I think 8.5 is good. The equipment so far have been pretty crappy, so maybe it could be a little better. But 8, it's good. It's good. It's not broken. I think it's very good, but not broken. It's not this good or Elish Norn good. Yeah, I think this card is pretty bad. I would say this guy's what's a filler. Is it even playable? Maybe a 2 and like 5 if you go wide. Like this could be a potential, but it's good with Mondrak. Why? Because you get to draw 1 card. You make a lot of creatures, but then they have to die. Can you do it multiple times with Mondrak? You can sacrifice multiple creatures, so I guess it would be okay, but still not. You don't want to draft this one early. Yeah. This guy's probably just a 2. It's probably just a bad rare, bad limited rare. And that it costs mana as well. That sounds like the what was the name of that card? The Weatherlight? Corrupted Weatherlight. That was also almost unplayable. Like how many creatures do we need to die? Do we need to kill before it does anything? Yeah. Orthodox Enforcer, as long as you control 2 or more artifacts. 4/4/4. or most likely two 4 for 4. Yeah, this one is probably a filler. Oh, what? 4/6. Yeah, 4 is fine, I think. 6. Even if you do have the artifact, it's probably not even that good. 4 vigilance is fine, but it's not. I think it's fine. 4/5, 4/6. Is it beater? Fine. I think it's still a 4. The battlefield exact target creature. Yeah, 4/5, yeah. 4/5 seems better. I don't think we won the thing. I don't think 4/4 vigilance is that good. In the battlefield. Oh, that's good. That's a removal for 2 mana. That's very solid. And that makes the attendant pretty bad, because if that's the, it makes the flicker one of your dudes completely useless. Yeah, I think that's what. I think the solid 8. It's a very solid removal. Sorcery 2 mana, exile target creature. So far we haven't seen an enchantment removal, so I would say 8/8. That is true. Phyrexia Vindicator. Is it like a 3? A 3 and a... I think this is like the most... Yeah, like if you play mono white, this card is obviously completely insane. But most of the time it's gonna be shitty. Yeah, that's actually why the big gap. Maybe just like a 2. 2 and 9. Play mono white and you'll cast it. Like, this is better. If you play mono white, this is better than others. Than the other rares, for sure. 5/5 flying with upside is better than Elish Norn. It's better than the others. It could be 110 as well. Okay, Plan of Disruption. Can't attack, block. Oh, this one's good too. Okay, this is... Oh, this is the pacifism stuff. Ah, this is a good one. I think this... It's also like 8. I think it's 8/8. It's about the same as the other one. It's a little worse. Let's make it a little better. This one affects artifacts. Yeah, this one is great. Arrest for 2 mana. And arrest planeswalkers too. This card is great. Okay, 2 good removals for white. Oh, that's the heroic charge you were talking about. That's same as all the charges in every set. It's probably just unplayable unless desperate, and like 8 or 7.5. Like, heroic charge was a... Well, it's probably just a bad card. You don't want that card in most decks, but you need one in the dedicated decks. So not all these cards are instant. Most of these cards are instant. The 5 mana, but there was a lot of fixers. There were kind of few fixers. I don't know about these fixers. What in most decks? Size must be higher. Even if you played for 2, like I think the cost for these cards is not really relevant. Like it costs 4, 5, or 6. When you need them, you need one. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It's of course it's better if it's cheaper, but if you don't have to, you probably don't play that. Porcelain Zealot, huh? It's most likely, yeah, the last spell or something to that dictates the rest of the game. At the beginning of your combat, anti-creature gets +1 until the end of turn. If that creature is toxic, +2/+2. 4 mana. That's not. It costs a lot of mana. So I would say it's good, but 2/3. That's. Yeah. 2/3 is a little small. I would say 6 and 6.5. It's pretty bad when you're behind. True. Maybe just 6 and 6. 6/6 is fine. It's gonna do what's 4/6. Rule power 4. Maybe you don't want that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe something. Yeah. Good on the play. Just seemed too bad. Probably. That's true. That's true. It's probably better on the play. Potential 6. Yeah, I guess has potential. Power level is pretty bad. Okay, I think that's fair. How about that? 4 and 6 better on the play. Yeah, on the draw it's gonna be pretty sad. I think that's a fair rating. Resistance Reunited. +2/+2 for 2. Equip creatures you control get instructive until end of turn. On a stalled board, you probably don't want to tag either. I think this is on par with the other one. It's probably 4 and 6 again. Like 4 because it's 2/2 +2/+2. And 6 when you have something. Like it's not better than 6. And it's not better than 4. An equipment deck? Yeah, but then 6. You don't want to rate too highly. Yeah. Same. Sinew Dancer. 1/1. Tap. Okay, so it costs a lot. You can ambush multiple things. Yeah, well, you need to work for it. You need to work for it. But yeah, I see why that's in the comment. This is a very expensive tapper. I'd say like 4 and 5. 5 and 7. No, it's not a 7. This one is not a 7. Like the body's so bad. There was the might that was one. What was it? 1/2 flying or 1/1 in Kamigawa. At least he could do something. This one's 1/1 for 1. Doesn't do. If you have it in the first like 5 turns, it's dead card. Doesn't do anything. So 3, yeah, 3/4 is probably fine. A 3/5. Yeah, this is 3/5 seems okay. Even like 5, I'm not even sure. Because that seems pretty sad. Skrelv. Yeah, just 1. Isn't good in white aggressive decks. Yeah, true. It's probably just 3/4. I guess the second line doesn't really matter. I guess you want maybe one in dedicated decks. Scrolf, toxic 1, choose a color, and hexproof. Okay, this one is good. It's hard to evaluate. Can't be blocked. What? That's protection. Oh yeah. Okay, yes. It's kind of protection. Okay. Okay, this one is pretty good. How what is it, like 8 and 8? Guess it's always gonna be good. Yeah, maybe actually better than that. Yeah, this one is another Turk. I guess it's not. Yeah, I think 8 and 8 is fair. It's gonna be so annoying to play against this card. The fact that it costs nothing. I guess it doesn't give protection. The 1 Eidolon. I think 8/8 because it has so many. Yeah, it has so many uses that that's probably good in any deck you can play white in. Giver of Runes, kinda. Skrell's Hive. When you have your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create fiction, blah blah. This is super slow and probably not great in most decks. So it's like very high. Like, how to say that level of. So it's probably like 3 or 4 high can't you get banned for this? So it's probably like 4 and 9 or something, 4 and 7. High ceiling. Ceiling is the word I'm looking for. Ceiling. Probably not even a 4. This is probably almost unplayable if you. Yeah, probably actually a 2. 2/7. It's probably good in dedicated decks without being insane, and it's unplayable in non-dedicated decks. Can't block. That's you lose life and you can't block. Probably 2/7 is fine. Swooping Lookout. Which one? The other one? This one, the Hive? Well, wait till you lose like games because you can't do anything. Yeah, but you can't block. So you play it, pass the turn, upkeep, you lose 1, you create a Might, cannot attack, cannot block, and next turn you can attack. So in 2 turns, you can maybe give one poison counter. So that's a lot of. What do you mean they can't attack? No, I think that it's 2 or 7. It's either really bad or really good. But I think it's most likely gonna be really bad. What? Man, Suntail Hawk, huh? What is it, like 4 and 4? 5 and 4 and 4? Like you don't want to play that? It's a Sarah Angel. Got 2 abilities and artifacts. I fail to see the appeal in this. We'll see. We'll see with the equipments. We'll see with the equipments. If the equipments, if there is a, seems so it doesn't look very aggressive. No, because the creatures are not aggressively costed. They're just fairly costed. And this is 1/2. This is like the most aggressively costed white card there is, and it's not even that great. Block smites, yeah, true. Toxic white creature costed for aggro. I don't know. I don't know. This one seems pretty sad. Yeah, this, I don't know. This seems pretty bad. But maybe it's fine. Really depends on the format, but not a big fan. Exalted non. This spell costs 3 more to cast if it targets a creature. Exalted non-land permanent. So 6 mana, exile something. And non-land. Where's the 5? Maybe 4. Play if desperate. Yeah, probably play if desperate is the thing. Obviously better after board. To yeah, better after board. Instant is nice. Yeah. Whenever a veil of assimilation or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you get +1/+1 against vision at the end of turn. That seems pretty sad as well. This is pretty shitty. Only 2 and 2. That's just not great. Yeah. I don't want to put 1s and 1s, but this is how bad this is. This is all your creatures? This target creature. No, no, it's target creature. If it was all your creatures, it would be fine. Target creature, not so much. Okay, this is a 10, right? You can X life, create X tokens with toxic. Yeah, this seems kind of unbeatable. Like, these are all other creatures. And so it's a 10. I think I'd splash it in any of my decks. Just like the Wanderer. It's 7 mana. 7 mana win the game, though. You gain life, you make tokens, and you destroy opponent's creatures. I think this is a 10. I think this is. You're gonna lose to that card, and you're gonna feel miserable. Nah, this is. Tokens don't block. No, this is. How do you beat that card? If they have the mana, you die. It's not. Actually, it might. Why not? 5 mana, you make 3 mites. It's not even that bad. And for the last white card, Zealot Conviction. Plus flash, +1/+1, as long as an opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Has first strike. Uh, sure. It's a good filler, I would say. It's 4 and 5. You don't really want it. +1/+1 for wine is fine. It's better, obviously better if you have this. It's cheap, but like it's like the what is it? The discipline. It's a fine combat trick. It's well, it's a trick. That was the same one the other said. It was not even that good. It's okay. I think it's not better than 4 and 5. Military discipline-ish, yeah. All right. That. Do we have anything to say about white so far? Do you want to have a little write up about white? Oh, we don't. We haven't done the gold yet, but just white as a color. We have 4 cards that are way above average. Like White Sun's Twilight. Um, where is it? Mondrak, Elishnorn, and the Wanderer. 2 solid removals. The creatures are questionable. We have some. We started well with the Apostle, the Shepherd. Basilica Shepherd is a solid fly. Is a solid common. Some good flyers, some good removals. It doesn't look too flashy. The rares are extremely good, like way better than most rares, the good rares. But overall, it looks like there's a lot of. You can see the difference between the potential and the raw power. That means that you're gonna have to draft dedicated decks to make these cards better. The best 3 commons are really Ossification. Which one is the other one? Yeah, the Shepherd, and what's the other good common? Raptor. And Raptor. Can you bold the Excel sheet? I will. I can bold the Excel sheet. Yes, absolutely. I will copy the Excel sheet to. No. What happened? Oh, what'd I do? Ah, yes. No, bold was fine. I thought I had lost the colors. No, it's fine. I'm going to have the Excel sheet copied somewhere, so don't worry, you can find it. We're gonna do some other colors real soon. I think that's it for the white. Maybe we'll change the ratings after a little bit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And see you again later for the next color.